Just skimming past the fact that the title of the video is literally propaganda designed to get a rise out of a specific audience, offending someone in the United Kingdom is now a crime, at face level isn't incorrect. Freedom of speech is being violated in a colossal way, and it's becoming a witch hunt. People see socially political views as black and white, but just like everything, it's a spectrum. If you identify entirely as a Democrat, you're a sheep. If you identify entirely as a Republican, you're still a sheep. Your beliefs should be yours. Do you derive your beliefs from your political party, or do you derive your political leaning from your beliefs? People shouldn't be arrested for saying racist things, or in this case, transphobic things, but that doesn't make their beliefs more valid. If I told a racist that I think all races are equal and that their lack of understanding over the whole concept was abhorrent, they could not simply have me arrested. Even if the entire country otherwise shared my opponent's opinions, even if the whole country believed that my views on racism were invalid, I have the right to say that, at the very least. Just like people of transphobic ideals can write tweets or blog posts about their views. Or certain YouTubers can make careers out of creating misunderstanding between two forces by equivalizing a serious social issue that daily affects the lives and the public perception of oppressed individuals with an insult that one toddler may throw at another.
I'm just kind of over here wondering as well if the English police would protect me from mean people on Twitter who call me a Nazi. Because I don't identify as one. England, protect my fragile feelings.
Sydney is not defending the right to freedom of speech. She is defending the right. By minimizing events or ideas that could have further underlying consequences by refusing to acknowledge what those consequences are, at least publicly. She wants her audience to think less of these ideas or events, or knows that they already do. For example, in April of 2018, a YouTuber called Count Dankula was found guilty of a hate crime for teaching his girlfriend's dog the Nazi salute and posting it on YouTube. To be clear, it's not really called the Nazi salute. It's actually called the Bellamy salute. It was originally made in America by a man named James Upham for the American Pledge of Allegiance. The salute derives its name from the writer of the pledge, Francis Julius Bellamy. America switched to hand over the heart officially in 1942 due to the conflict of its use with Italian fascists and then Nazis. In essence, the salute actually means, "There is my flag, I pledge allegiance to it," literally pointing at the flag with an open palm and fingers extended. Here's an image of school children using the Bellamy salute in 1915, and then again in 1942, just before World War II. So it is silly that the salute itself should be a hate crime, but that's not why Sydney wants you to believe it's ridiculous. She retorts to this article by sarcastically saying,
"Real dangerous stuff, guys."
Like Meg from Disney's Hercules. She doesn't care if he really shares some beliefs with Nazis. Even if he did, she wants you to think that because she thinks it will strengthen her argument. She wouldn't have started with this silly example. No. Why would she do that when she could kick off with her example featuring a mother, though she does publicly recognize that her motherhood is not essential to the plot?
I like how the journalist has included her kids in this story as if that's somehow like some integral part of the plot.
And then people on the internet accusing her of being a Nazi, which is probably a minute number anyhow, and sealing the flavor with a famous co-writer of Father Ted with similar offenses, and then belittling transgender activists. She implies that being an active activist means that you can't have a job or pay taxes.
Fun fact, both these people were reported by the same transgender activist. I feel like maybe these people actually need jobs and maybe to pay taxes, and I don't really, do they contribute to society in any meaningful way? What's going on here?
There's no way she came across all of these findings in the order that she states them. The mother's article was on the 10th of February 2019, the writer's article on September 7th of 2018, a teenager posting rap lyrics April 19th of 2018, Count Dankula April 23rd of 2018. She then uses another example from January 24th of 2019, just less than a month prior to the upload date of this video. Her next example cuts back to January of 2018, yada yada yada. There is a specific and intended order to these things. This means that her tactic is to make opposing social or political views seem less valid or even ridiculous. It's true that you shouldn't be arrested for spewing transphobia, but she isn't defending their rights. She's defending her views, and her views seem stronger when examples of opposing ideas seem absurd. Her attitude or take on these matters acts as a dog whistle to people who share more of her ideas. Dog whistle being a political term that infers that mostly just these people will pick up on small mannerisms that may signify similar opinions. In this case, those opinions are most likely conservative in origin. It means she has a bias. This video isn't a news source or to warn people about what's happening in the UK. Overall, this video is about making her political views known in a seemingly civil manner so that she may grow her sub count and simultaneously the acceptance rate of her perspective, which must mean she knows some of her ideals don't add up. Right? If you enjoyed this, please let me know. I'd love to do it again. The best way to do that would be to leave a like or a comment and then share it with your friends. This video isn't about proving her point of view wrong, even if I do myself believe it to be so. It was about disclosing her tactics so that you could see through more people like this and get to the bottom of what you exactly believe as an individual. Maybe you agree with all of the things I said, maybe you agree with some, maybe none. But the only way that you can really know for yourself is if you watch her video and then check out the articles that she references. Some of which she left in her description, along with some stats and other things like that that are relevant. And the other articles I have left in my description, along with the links that she also shared in the description below. And as we always say when leaving this channel, kill your local rapist.
What?